Yes.
Go.
Welcome to How Hard Can It Be? Our Destiny, she's 27 foot. She has a very dry hull and we're going to solve that problem. You know why? Because we're going to get it on the water with a bit of luck, maybe next year. Oh yes. But before we do that, John, do say hello.
Hello.
And of course, I'm Phil Murphy and we have a bit of music to play because it's episode 48. Right, we need to get that clapperboard thing, don't we?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have that. Right, yes. So this episode, my friends and subscribers, and anybody that passes this channel, is we've got some copper piping. Yes. Pretty thick copper piping, I might add. Yes. Probably over-engineered for a little boat like this. But, do you know what? If it's free, and it's perfect for the job, I'm going to use it because we need to save some money.
Was it free?
It was free.
From where?
From somebody.
Don't tell me.
Yes, it was free. I didn't steal it.
All right, okay, good.
Thank you. It was just handed to me. And this as well, to bend it.
Another tool.
Another tool. Not sure how it works, but I'm sure if I do put the pipe in there, I'll end up with something like that. I didn't do that. The person that gave it me showed me how to do that. Shame. Right, now, we have to put this pipe up because I want Shane at the end of it to connect everything up. But before we can do that, we need to put a framework in so it's nice and tidy. And it needs to go around the back end of the boat, there, across and down towards where I think the gas bottles are going to go. So there is a channel up there that I hopefully will be able to cut this into two and use some up there and use this, and we'll fiberglass these into position and then we'll be able to screw that to it, and then we've got a nice firm safe place for this gas pipe to live. And because it's long enough, there are no joints, and therefore safety is going to be great. And when we've got gas and an engine, we need it to be leak free. Yes, so that's what we're going to do this episode. And of course, you might as well cast that camera that way because we have a top to go on our kitchen. Now that won't be able to go on just yet, but you can see, I don't know whether the colour actually shows, but it's sort of a greyy, sort of a slaty looking piece of, is it MDF that?
It is MDF.
Yeah, so we've got that to go on, and that was free as well. So that'll go on some stage in whenever, but the first thing we have to do is cut these up and we'll attach the gas pipe to it. So without further ado, let's get on with some work. Okay, so I've been up there and had a look, and I'm going to rip some of this, what looks like
19?
15, 16, 17, 18 mil. So we're going to just rip some 18 mil down so then we can then fiberglass those up there, but I'll show you where we're going to put it because we found a different place to put it. So, but there's no point taking you up there, coming down again. Anyway. This is where extraction would come in handy. Right, so we've ripped those two pieces down, and I'm going to take them up, and I'm just wondering, John, whether I should break them down into pieces and put them in rather than put them in one, or would you say...
Well, the boat isn't straight, is it?
No, but it is flat where it's going.
Going up.
No, I'm not going to go up because, as I said, it'd be better if it goes on the hull face because of where it goes, enters the bulkhead.
Right.
Because we'd have to go through that strut that we need to fiberglass.
Okay.
If we decided to go up above like that. So I'm thinking now to go like that up in the corner and then put the pipe.
Well, you need to cut one of those down anyway.
That way. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'll do. I'll break these into two and then I can put straps. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. See you shortly. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is use a combination of wet fiberglass because I need it to hold without it falling down. And then that gives me the time to then put fiberglass straps over it as well, because obviously I'm using quite heavy wood and it wants to naturally slide down. So looks very primitive and what have you at the moment, but it is coming together. So originally I was deciding to if you slide it, it does tend to grab better. There we go. Originally it was going to go up here, but I want it to go through an area of the bulkhead naturally. I don't want it to have to go like that, so I want it just to go through, so then there's no bending incurred. So I've decided to put it here, and also if we need to have a look at it, like most things on this boat, you can instantly see the pipe, and if there needs to be some sort of repair or you need to do something, at least you can see exactly where it all is.
Just for clarity, this is the copper gas pipe.
Yes, this is the copper gas pipe that's going to be on show. What have I done with me? Oh, there it is. Can't see for looking. I can just tidy it up there. This has got hardener in it, by the way, so and then I can put a thin strip as a tab there. Like so. Oops. There we go. Moving swiftly on. Right, as you can see there, it's in place, so the pipe work will obviously run across there. It goes behind there, and then I need to do the rest of it, so which is, of course, you don't need to see me do that, because all you're going to see is my rear end all the time, and that's not an option, is it? So
Not for us, no.
No. So anyway, I will continue doing that round to there where the bottles are going to live, and then we'll meet back, or we will reconvene when we're ready to put the pipe work in. So until then, go and have yourself a cup of tea, because do you know what, I think that's what we should do.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, because the fumes in here are pretty chronic, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get out of here.
So you do that, we'll do the same, and we will see you very shortly. Right, so it is brass pipe, not brass band, brass pipe time.
Brass monkeys.
Brass, and it is getting sharper, have you noticed that?
It's brass monkeys.
Yes,
Bloody
yes.
Baltic.
Yeah, well, it's not Baltic.
Not
I am
horrible.
well insulated, unlike yourself. So, we are going to start putting that pipe in. So you're going to be chief straightener, because we need to straighten it out as we're going along. And we've got to feed it, my friends, along there. And then we need to put a side right angle in it. And we're going to go across the top behind here. And we're going to put another side right angle on there. And then come back for the return. And then whatever's left, we're going to leave down in that area there, because we don't know where the boxes are going to be, and Shane can do his magic and connect everything up. And what am I using? Well, I'm using some of these.
Hold it to the camera. Can't see.
Now the ones that I have ordered some more, these are 9, and this actual pipe is around 10. And these, I've checked them, and they are more than what?
Around 10.
Around 10.
Is that right? Go on.
Yeah, they are 10.
Right.
Yeah, so these are 9, and I've tried them, and they're a snug fit, so that's good, because there's no vibration or anything like that. So we're going to use these until this afternoon when I get the other lot, and then I can fill them in and then have it nice and straight and no movement. So first of all, we are going to thread through this pipe, and I think,
Yep.
what do you think? I've actually covered the hole.
No, I can see it.
You can? Yeah, but there's a piece of wood there now. You can't get. Yeah, I can see your finger, but you're hitting a piece of wood. Not to worry. We shall just make a new one.
Put it in the hole, Phil.
Ah, it's in.
I'm trying to straighten it as we go along.
Oh, right, okay. Sounds like a ruddy plan, that.
Okay. Okay.
How far are we in?
No, not enough yet. I would say another 30 centimetres.
Yeah. It has the cooker has a flexi pipe on it, you know.
Hang on. Just mark off the copper pipe on your side with a bit of tape, so you know what distance.
Yeah, tape's that there. Thanks.
There you go.
Right, so you can see clearly the pipe's coming through the bulkhead, and that's going to neatly be put there. So everybody can see it, we all know where it is, and more importantly, it's all one piece. So my idea is to put these on here, like so, and attach to there like so. So then that holds that, hopefully vibration free. So probably didn't want that one. I only need this one.
Don't drop it.
I'll try not to. And there we have it. So if they all go like that, I'll be well chuffed. And with it having a rubber gasket around it, that's going nowhere.
No vibration. Where's it going?
It's going nowhere.
Excellent.
So we've got it roughly mapped out round that corner, so we can start introducing more of these clips as we go along. I'm just trying to keep it as straight as possible. Okay. How does that look like under there, John? I can't see what I'm doing.
It's looking okay.
Out there like that.
What you have to take account of is this hole at the back of the boat.
Oh, that's a vent, so I'm not overly bothered about that. I'll probably go
Straight across it.
well, maybe straight across or just slightly over it. I can bend it over.
Right.
I haven't
Well,
got to that bit yet.
That looks okay.
In that corner?
Yes.
Good.
You can go onto that spar, then the next spar, and then across the vent to these.
Okay.
To this corner.
Okay. That bend is okay because it's not really interfering with anything, is it?
Well, once you lift it onto the next spar,
Yeah.
it will level it out.
That's a point on how do I get my drill. Can I get my drill on an angle? Yes. I might have to put a sort of a heat shield up there, you know, because we are over an engine. I know that the original one was over the top of the engine, but
And held in with nails.
held in with nails, yeah. So obviously there wasn't. Well, we don't know whether there was an issue. We don't want the issue, do we? So. I think I might just move that way. Gives me a chance to bend up like so. Yeah, that's a vent. That's a vent.
Okay.
And we're going to have fans blowing out.
So I'll move that more to your left if you can.
That's fine, that I'm happy with that. Right. So I can come over to that side now.
Yep.
Okay. Right, as you can, yeah, so you can see where we've got the pipe running. We've got enough, which is great. I just need to put some brackets in there, as you can no doubt see. These are already done. I might just straighten the pipe up just a bit more because I know it looks a bit wonky. So we've got enough there to drop down, and then Shane will do his magic in there. We'll obviously have to make a gas bottle box, etc. But this needs to come out This needs to come out because we need to do some work on that. So that's in a fairly soon, actually, John. This we need to consider moving now, so that we can get to everything around here, clean the oil slick that's down there, and then we can start on this side of the fence. So interesting times. I'm looking forward to doing this area because I'm sick to death of going in there and doing that bit. So I shall continue with that in there, and maybe I shall see you very soon. So until then, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? Bye for now. Right, obviously the pipe work's done as we scanned and showed you how it's been done. The new clips that we were waiting for have all arrived. They've been clipped on. So what's the next bit? Well, the next bit is we've got to sort out the final part of the jigsaw of the panelling, which goes behind the kitchen area, because obviously everything else has been done. That's the final bit, and as you can see, I've already started. I've basically cut this out to shape. This is the template that I kept, and if anybody remembers, 17 odd years ago, that was the piece that was on the boat when we ripped it apart, going back whenever.
Nasty.
So that piece there has been useful, as most pieces are, for making the job that bit easier. So I've cut it down to size. Now basically we've just got to cut the aperture out where the window's going to go, and then we'll offer it up. It's all been insulated, as you will see when we go up there, and we'll get this up and get this episode finished, ready for a very interesting one in the next one. So I'll cut this out because you know what I do. I just whip it all out, and then I'll meet you aboard, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I'll get cracking with this. Right, welcome aboard. So as you can clearly see, we've got it all nicely insulated around that area. It'd be really nice to see it finished at long last. That's all been insulated around there, but of course that's going to be left bare because we want to see everything at a glance in order to fix things as we need them. I've got a couple of wires, a red and a black one, to connect to the pump. We've got the trailing wires here that I've now made into a loom, which is basically wrapping some insulation around them to neaten them all off. So I've got 2 more wires to tag into this loom. And then we've got to then consider doing something with all these wires, and I think it's all going to be offered up there. But first we've got to get the exterior or the interior or the furthest point sorted first. So I think that's obviously going to be the top. So of course we've just cut the window out. I'm not so sure whether those cables are going to be on the outside of this or they're not going to be on the outside. That should fit perfectly there. I think it does. Like so.
Wow.
Doesn't it look different when it's a piece, when it looks... And that was the reason for me putting this ply there. It gives me something to rest it on as well.
Yep.
So, a bit of forward thinking, I thought, for myself.
Forward planning.
Forward planning. And then the final piece will go on like so. And that will be screwed into position. And there we have it.
Sweet.
Sweet, yes indeed. So, there we go. We know that fits now. So that can be now treated. So I can treat that down there, and then I may decide to put a few more fillets in here just to give it a bit more support. Although having said that, these original ones are actually pretty strong, and I'm happy with the fit there. Slightly, oh no, well, there we are. It fits perfectly up there. He says there, yeah, right. I think that looks really neat. I've just got to decide what I'm going to do with these, whether the cabinet is going to butt up against there. I think possibly it should do, make a cabinet to fit up against there, because the taps are going to be here, so it's not going to interfere with that. I don't think.
Switch cabinet.
The switch cabinet, yeah.
Right.
All the fuse box and everything's going to be...
So it's fairly shallow.
Yes. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so I think we can draw a line safely onto this episode. Now we've got that in place. We know we've just got to finish it all off, etc. So, all I've got to say is thank you so much for watching. The next one's going to be very interesting because it just is. And I wonder what it may be. But that's in the next one. Anyway, thanks for subscribing. Oh, and what's that email address we would like some pictures at?
Nauticus 27foot@mail.com.
Right, so we will see you in a very interesting one next. Bye for now.
Adios.